Hi kitty cats. So today I've got this sheet mask I'm gonna do. I did a different film this weekend and it just it turned into more and more of a disaster situation. Like the original file got corrupted is basically what happened, and I tried to redo it and then my battery died, and just like, and then it was the 4th, and even though we didn't have a cookout or anything, there was just stuff going on in the house that we were working on, mostly like cleaning and stuff, and errands were being run. You know, when I was younger, nothing was open on the 4th of July, like nothing. And now it's like everything's open. Like, I was surprised Tractor Supply was open. Who needs anything from Tractor Supply on the 4th of July? Apparently we did, but that wasn't, we didn't really need anything. My boyfriend was just like, ooh, Tractor Supply is open, I'm gonna go get some stuff. Because he loves to go to Tractor Supply, which is kind of funny because John doesn't garden, unless I specifically tell him to garden something, and he just goes in there and buys clothes mostly for himself, and sometimes stuff for the yard. He doesn't garden, but he will buy things for the yard. He especially loves to buy solar lights. That's a favorite of his, and things for the hose, like sprinklers. Like he bought a sprinkler this weekend. I don't know. He also loves to go to the thrift store, which he didn't do on the 4th. He did it the day before, but that's another. I love the thrift store too, but he loves to go with it. Our thrift store has an aisle in it that's basically the junk aisle, and you can take a bag and just put as much stuff as you want in the bag, and it only costs $1 for that one bag full of stuff. And he just buys a lot of junk. I don't go anywhere because of my autoimmune. My doctors have said not to go out yet, especially since people aren't wearing masks anymore, and people that you know, have not been vaccinated are also going around with no masks. You can't tell the difference, and my doctors are just like, until there's a higher percentage of people fully vaccinated, just not the first vaccination, but fully vaccinations, that I shouldn't be going anywhere, major grocery stores and stuff. So John goes in places like that, and I stay home and garden and live my life. But anyway, I'm going to do this mask. Let me start with the mask, and then we'll have conversation, right? So this is a beet and vitamin A fresh pressed sheet mask from Sweet Chef, which I've never heard of before. It says selfie approved, beet of my heart. This is vegan, cruelty-free, free of parabens and synthetic dyes and fragrances. It's supposed to refine pores and soothes rough skin. My skin's not really rough, but let's see how these always hydrate no matter what. Sheet masks just are good for hydration, and I can always use more hydration. So get apart the sheet mask. The beauty room is looking better. There's still a few things that need to be taken care of in there. Plus, my birthday present came, and we had decided that we were going to put it in the beauty room because there's literally no place else in the house it can go. Are you wondering what on earth did I get for my birthday? Well, I'm gonna tell you as soon as I get this out. As you can see, John also shaved my head this weekend again, takes good care of me and shaves my head for me so that I don't feel uncomfortable. Okay, there's like a beet and a heart here. That's cute. What's it say over here? I can't read it. So pat this all down as much as possible. My face is clean. I just cleaned it. Yeah, and 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. Gently patting remaining serum. Okay. And follow with moisturizer. Nice. So. Cute. I like the feel of it. It's not, it doesn't feel like it's too big or too small. And the mouth opening is not like super annoying, which is nice. Sometimes they make the mouth opening like too small or too big or too flimsy in this area, and it's like, what is going on? So far so good. So we're gonna do 15 minutes. And yeah, so my birthday present was a freezer. Some of you might be like, that's what you got for your birthday? Yes, I have been asking for one for some time because our freezer gets so full of stuff, and John likes to put bottled water in the freezer that he takes to work with him, and it like melts during the day, and it's very cold while he's out on the road and stuff. And so he likes to have that, and the bottled water was constantly like falling out of the freezer and taking up a lot of space. He also put ice packs galore in the freezer. It took like, between the ice packs and the bottled water, it took like a quarter of the freezer up. He says no way, but it did. And I like, you know, to buy a lot of meat in bulk. Sometimes meat, chicken and stuff, and my tortillas that I buy that are low sodium for me, I buy them in bulk and put them in the freezer. So this just makes it so that I can buy more stuff in bulk that I can put in the freezer, which is awesome. Like I bought a whole mess of chicken wings, and I bought, I ordered low sodium hot dogs, which are really hard to find. There's a company that makes them and will deliver them to you, but it gets expensive and you have to buy a certain amount or they won't. Like you can't just buy one package, and they're very expensive hot dogs to begin with. They're like $10 a pack. So it's not like I eat them often. It's not like I'm gonna eat hot dogs every day, but on occasion I would like to be able to eat hot dogs, and regular hot dogs I can't eat anymore because they are so high in sodium. So this is what we've done about the situation, is I ordered a bunch of them now, gonna put them in the freezer, and they will last me like a whole year or something, because I also bought low sodium salami to put in the freezer for when I want to have an Italian sub. I was able to find a kind of turkey pepper. I think it's uncured turkey pepperoni from Applegate Farms, is it? Or some company, and it was on the lower side. It's not perfect, but the serving size is like 16 slices of pepperoni. So I was like, I think at 360 milligrams, so I was like, so if you don't eat like even just, I mean, I don't eat 16 slices of pepperoni at a time. So if I ate like half of that, that makes it 100 and like around 165 milligrams. So that's not too bad. So yeah, not that you guys want to hear about all this stuff, you know, you don't want to hear about sodium milligrams and all that crap. I'm not here to talk about how I have to eat, because honestly, I don't even like that I've become that person. Um, I hate how other people during my life have done that, like, you know, counting calories or counting like fat grams or whatever. And I had to count fat grams for a few months. Remember a few years ago when I had to have my gallbladder out. And then people told me that it would be even worse after the gallbladder came out, but that wasn't true for me. I've been able to eat fat. It's not a problem. But then, of course, I have blood pressure issues now, so I can only eat so many milligrams of sodium, and that's been kind of rough. That's been harder than when I had to, like, go low fat. It's really hard to eat, like, and I'm not even, like, really on low sodium. I'm just supposed to eat, like, the amount of sodium that a person is supposed to eat. And man, it's hard. I had no idea how much sodium was in food. It's really crazy. If you want to on your own, look up how much, like, your daily allotment of sodium should be, and then try and just don't actually do it if you don't need to, but just look at how much sodium you're actually eating. You'll probably be really shocked. And honestly, I don't believe that everybody needs to eat this way. I am not one of those people. I have to because I have a health issue that makes it so I have to. One thing I really disliked was gluten-free people that thought everyone should be gluten-free. That drove me crazy. You need to eat gluten-free for yourself, okay. But that doesn't mean everybody else needs to. It's got to do with your individual health problems. My daughter actually has to eat high sodium because she has cystic fibrosis. So everybody's different in what their health needs are. So, and of course I hate diet culture. So that's another thing. People are always like, oh, are you losing weight on this? No, not really. And I don't really care. It's not about the weight for me. It's about the sodium. Like, I don't care if I'm thin or fat, as long as I'm okay. And I'm okay. I have health issues, but most of them are genetic. And it isn't going to matter. There are people in my family that are much smaller than me that have the same health issues. It's got nothing to do with this. So anyways. So yes. So it was kind of a rough weekend on filming. And during the week, it had been really rainy. And the rain really, like, makes my arthritis go crazy. So I couldn't really do much. Like, it's been hard for me to walk even a lot lately again. My right knee just gives out on me all the time. Just completely gives out. I'm like having to grab something to keep myself from falling down. It sucks. But in general, I'm not an unhappy person, despite my health issues. I've been doing better, I think, depression-wise than I was before. I think some of that might be due to the serotonin I'm getting from having a cute little kitten around, who is crazy, by the way. Croissant is one of the craziest kittens I've ever had. And he just has no, like, he naps for like 20 minutes and then he's like running around the house for like 4 hours. It's like, where does it come from? I'm like, what is going on? And he's just not normal running around that. Like, he is tearing through the house. John is, I see him right now, he's running around. John calls him Croissant the trash kitty. Or because he likes to pull stuff out of the trash. Just anything that's sticking up out of the trash. He likes to grab it and then carry it around the house with him. I don't know. He's so weird. He's a really weird cat. He knocks everything over everywhere. And just does not even care. It's not even one of those deals where he's, cats sit there and they're just like, whack, while they're looking at you. No, he's just running and knocks everything over because he's running. He's like running past stuff and it all just falls over and he just looks around like, whoa, and then just keeps running. It's like, what's wrong with you, dude? What is wrong with you? Can't you like just, when I first got him, he was so sweet and cuddly and just wanted to purr and lay on me, and now he's like, I must attack everything in this house. So funny. He still is very purry, and he woke me up this morning with his purring and his kneading, and he tries to get his head up underneath my chin. I sleep on my stomach a lot when I'm not sleeping in the recliner. When I'm sleeping in the bed, I sleep on my stomach a lot, and he tries to get up underneath my chin. It's so funny. Croissant? Hey! Yeah, I'm talking to you! What you doing? He's like, I don't know. Whacking stuff around. Knocking stuff over. His favorite toy is this long snake toy, and we call it Bob the Snake, and he will carry dragging this snake toy around, and it trails long behind him because he's so small, and this toy is like huge, and he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna carry this snake around with me. Weirdo. He's just so interested in everything. He's really cute. And I have been trying to make TikToks of him, mostly though when he's being good and sweet and sleeping on me, but I'm gonna try and make some more when he's like running around and being crazy like now. What do you got now? I don't even know what it is he's playing with. Oh, a toy. He has an actual toy. We have so many toys, like cat beds and cat toys. You walk through my house, it's just a mess of cat stuff. Oh, and fireworks, man. I don't know about the rest of you. If you are somebody that lives in the United States, you probably know that the fireworks were kind of crazy this year in most of the country, from what I could read online. The fireworks were really nuts because a lot of towns weren't having town fireworks. And people were like buying mass amounts of fireworks and setting them off. My house sounded like a war zone last night. The boom was so loud, like right behind me. It had to be like a house or two behind me that was doing it. And then in front of me too, down below the hill, there were people doing it there. And anything that gets done there sounds really loud. Like just people talking, I can hear on my back porch. As though they were talking on my back porch. And same thing with this living room. It sounds like people are talking in it when they're actually talking down at the bottom of the hill. And so like the boom, it was just so loud and constant. It was like giving me a headache. And our cat, one of our older cats, Jack, he started running through the house, yowling. Like, oh, he does not like the kitten. The kitten's just trying to play with him. He's the only one that doesn't seem to quite get with the kitten. He's starting to a little bit. Like, when the kitten's sleeping, he's cool with him. He's like, okay, we can sleep together. But when the kitten's like running around, he's just like, please, no. Just, no. Oh, what do you got now? Oh, my gosh. He's insane. So, this poor cat, he's really old. He's like almost 19. So he's running back and forth for the house, yowling because of all the noise. And it was awful. It's just awful. And I was just like, I just know it's probably going to be like that again tonight. Because the night before the 4th, it was going on. It's been happening like almost every weekend. Just last night was really, really bad. So I don't know what tonight's gonna bring. And even though it's not legal in this state to do it, it's, you know, it was a holiday, so nobody was gonna do anything about it. And it seems like even when it's not a holiday, it's just not being dealt with these days. Like, people aren't getting in trouble for it anymore, which is kind of problematic. A lot of people are complaining, at least in our town. We have like a town Facebook page, and a lot of people were complaining on it because they were like, our dogs are freaking out. And, you know, it's one thing that's happening on the 4th, but like it's happening like almost every night, and it's not good for animals or wildlife. It's not just your pets, it's not just people who have PTSD, but it's not good for local wildlife at all. It kills birds, it disorients bees, it kills other wildlife as well, and causes a lot of problems with our environment. I'm not saying that fireworks aren't pretty, because they are pretty. I'm just saying we need to find, like, they make, like, they're called soundless fireworks. They aren't completely soundless, but they are much quieter than the ones that we use. There's no, like, big boom. And I just wish our country could use those instead. Like, there are other countries over in Europe that are using soundless ones more and more, and when they have celebrations, and I just wish our country would do the same thing. Like, less big boom fireworks. But I know what the issue is. I know that, you know, the issue is that there are a lot of people that want to hear that boom. They think that's awesome, and they don't care about what it does to the wildlife or to people's pets or their friends. I think it's funny though when people who are like, I support the veterans, but then they want to, then when they're told, well, there's a veteran in the area and that has PTSD from, you know, being in war, and you're setting off these fireworks and it's causing mental problems, and they're like, well, you know, F that person. Make up your mind. Do you care about your veterans, or do you not? Make up your mind. That's all I'm saying. That really ticks me off, because it's like, weren't you the same guy the other day that was like, we need to support our troops? Like, they go through hell, and then we're doing things that make it even more hellish for them. Yay us, huh? So it's been over 15 minutes, so I'm gonna take this off. And I'm sure there's gonna be some people that aren't gonna like what I said, but oh well. Just, oh well. And if you don't believe it, you know, is bad for the wildlife, go look it up. It's really bad. And it's the sound that causes those problems. So if we used soundless fireworks, we would be taking care of those problems. So there we go. Definitely hydrated. I don't know if it did anything, but definitely hydrated my skin. So would I use this again? Sure, I would use this one again. I don't know if I've never seen it anywhere. I'm sure I got this in an Ipsy bag probably. So I might use, I don't tend to use the rest of the serum, but we'll see. It was nice. Put it over here for now. And hopefully hopefully I can redo the video that I did the other day, because I really was happy with it, and I might just redo the whole thing. I don't know. And Bianca and I have 3 Ipsy bags, 3 months of Ipsy bags. And I asked her if she wanted to film this week, and she said yes, so we have that too coming up. And more Foodie Fridays should be coming up. John and I have tea to drink, and I've got some recipes I want to do. We'll see. It also has to, you know, I want to do all these things, but also has to do with my health and how I'm feeling. I have days where I get up and I feel great, and I have days where I get up and I feel the way I do today, where it's like right in the middle, like I'm in pain, but I'm okay. And then there are days where I get up where I can't do anything. I'm useless. So there it is. But that's all I'm gonna talk about today, I guess. Bye bye, kitty cats. Be safe out there.